On this episode of Kilts and Culture with USA Kilts, we combine two of my favorite things, IPAs and Scotch. We try Glenfiddich, the IPA experiment. We are trying something. I saw it in the store and I was like, oh my God, I have to try this. This is Glenfiddich IPA, the IPA experiment. So it's effectively aged in IPA casks. So I love IPAs. I love Scotch, like Glenfiddich. So I figured we should try this. Mac, do you have any tasting notes on it, or am I my blind self trying to read the back of the bottle?
You blind self is going to read the
my
bottle.
blind self. All right. The first single malt finished in an IPA craft beer cask. Zesty citrus notes with a hint of fresh hops. Experiment over ice. It says experiment over ice with a twist of blood orange.
Nah.
It's not how we drink.
That's too fancy for us.
Yeah, pretty much. All right. I have pre-watered mine a little bit.
Yeah, I should water mine.
I will say I cheated. I smelled it before we started. I didn't taste it yet. I cheated and I smelled it. It had a very strong alcohol-y smell to it. I put the water in about 5 minutes ago. This is when I poured it about a half hour ago. About 5 minutes ago, I poured some water in, and it definitely cut down on that harsh scent.
Mm-hmm. It was definitely pungent. My glass was unwatered, and when I walked into the studio here, I could smell it. It's like, oof, yeah, that's off-gassing like crazy.
Yeah. Okay, on the nose, Mac, what are you getting?
I'd probably be getting more if I had Osage or blood orange and ice in it, but...
You know what you'd be getting if you had blood orange in it? Blood orange.
And we could have Jeeves bring you some up, Mac.
Now, the citrus of a blood orange would go well with like the citrus kind of notes in most IPAs, like the grapefruity, citrusy kind of notes. So I get it.
That's why they suggested it, yeah.
Yeah. I'm not pulling anything in particular out, Mac.
I'm not getting a lot.
No, it's like the hairspray smell.
Yeah, I'm getting just alcohol fume and a little bit of iodininess,
Yeah, maybe a tiny bit of citrus, and
I was gonna say a tiny bit floral, but
yeah, because the hops have like a florally kind of smell to them, so it's definitely like top back of the mouth is where I'm like feeling it in the nose. All right, well, here we go. Taste it. On taking it in, it's a little bit harsh. It get a little bit of the bitterness kind of thing, but I'm noticing the harsh and the hoppy bitterness again, top back of the mouth.
I think it's sweet. This came off as really sweet for me. I get what you're saying too. There is a harshness, but
where are the sweet sensors in your mouth?
My mouth? I don't know.
Your tongue has different zones for sweet,
I don't know.
salty.
I'm tasting it in the middle of my mouth, if that makes any sense, the sweetness.
I'm getting it on the sides of my tongue.
Yeah.
Sweet is in the front, salty and sour on the sides, and bitters in the back.
Yeah. Okay. Mac, what are you tasting? How's the mouth feel?
It's definitely, you got that burn in the back, but I do agree with Erik. You do have a little bit of a sweet to it. I expected a little bit more hop to it, but I'm not getting much any of that.
Yeah. I wanted it to be hoppier. I'm looking for it. I'm like in the weeds, like, you know, probing around. Maybe a little. If anyone out there in Facebook, YouTube land, Twitch land has had this, let us know what you think. It's an experiment. It's one of their. It's not like their standard 12-year, 18-year, that kind of thing. So I don't know. We'll judge it based on the fact that it's an experiment. We'll get all scientific.
I got my lab coat.
Getting a little bit of the citrusy kind of tiny bit of it, not a ton.
To me, it's a little more floral than citrus.
It's woody.
It's kind of woody. A little touch of a kind of molasses. Honestly, you know what's reminding me of right now is some golden rums that I drink. It's reminding me of like a Cruzan gold rum.
Okay.
Which is not something I would have expected from a Scotch.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, it's very like oaky.
Yeah.
I'm getting a little bit of my heartburn meters going off a little bit from the anytime I drink an oaky one. Yeah, I don't know. It's not bad. Did it live up to the name? Is it a successful experiment or is it a failed experiment?
I'm gonna say fail. I'm okay with it, but it does not make me think of an IPA.
Very good point. I think if someone lined up 3 scotches on the table and said, okay, find the one that is the IPA that was finished in IPA barrels, not a shot in hell that I could figure that out. It would be a pure guess. Yeah.
And like I said, oddly enough, it reminds me of a rum, which is weird.
Yeah.
But
I'm getting a little bit more of the sweet now when I'm like just letting it sit in my mouth, or just the aftertaste. But yeah, Mac, pass or fail the experiment?
I agree with Eric. I think this is a failure.
I agree. Failed. Experiment portion failed. Now, taking out our lofty expectations of IPA-ness. I don't know if I should say that again. IPA-ness. I'm gonna stop before I get in trouble. This is live. Mac, score it 1 to 10. What do you give it as a regular Scotch? Where does it fall?
As a regular Scotch, I'm gonna go 4.35.
4.35, just over 4 1/3. Like where you're going, Mr. Erik.
doing the Archer thing there. I'll go 4.6. It's not bad, and I have a feeling I'm going to like it better after this is sat on my table here for a few minutes and it's opened up a little bit more. But experiment fail, 4.6 overall.
Okay. I would say experiment fail. I'm going to give 6.1.
Oh,
I like it.
Okay.
I wouldn't go out of my way to buy it. It's a little bit better than average. It's not spectacular. It's fine. So 6.1. Boom. That's it. I think I'm going to agree with Erik though. I'm going to pour a little bit more, and I'm going to see how it tastes after it rests for a little bit longer later in the show.
Yeah, it feels like it needs some time.
I'm going to pour a lot, apparently.
I'm going to pour a lot of Scotch.
Yeah. I'll be fine. Just answer their questions. All right. Very good. That's our assessment.
Hey guys, hope you enjoyed watching that. As the old Highland expression goes, please ring the bell and subscribe to the channel so you get all our content.